I bet you all heard that the school is the ideal setting to promote physical education and physical activity among children and adolescents. And on top of that, physical education is the best opportunity to boost physical activity in this age group. And a few institutions also recommends that at least 50% of the physical education lessons time is spent in moderate to vigorous physical activity. So is this happening? Not really. Actually, few schools met this recommendation. But we should also move beyond this perspective. We should ask ourselves, are students truly engaging in physical education? And engagement is not just the physical activity during physical education time. It's also about achieving better performance, health-related knowledge, and motor skills. So my name is Chiara Cimenti. I'm a PhD student at the University of Southern Denmark, and also a member of the DRIVEN, the Danish Center for Motivation and Behavior Science. And I'm here to address this question. What are the processes by which physical education interventions influence student engagement? So by these processes, I'm referring to mechanisms of actions, which refer to changes in psychological, physiological states, changes in social, physical environments, but also sequential mechanisms of actions. In other words, those processes that work through other MOA. And I'm specifically looking at sequential mechanisms of actions that result in higher engagement. And with engagement, I'm referring to a multidimensional construct composed of a behavioral, cognitive, emotional, agentic component with a referring to students being deeply involved in the lesson, but also contributing to the lesson. I'm also looking at engagement as a manifestation of motivation and through the lenses of the COMBI model. So what are those capabilities, opportunities, and motivation influencing engagement? So in terms of methods, in my scoping review, I'm specifically including studies targeted to school students aged 6 to 16 in high-income countries. And by applying the search strategy in the 7 bibliographic databases, I conducted initial screening in an AI platform called AS Review. And finally, after the full screening, I obtained about 100 studies, which were thematically analyzed in vivo using the mechanism of action annotation manual. So in terms of results, I identified studies that were mostly conducted in the US, Spain, and UK, with about 65,000 healthy students. And 90% of the studies referred to a theoretical framework, mostly the self-determination theory. So in terms of results, we can see that social influences is the most important mechanism of action, followed by motivation, environmental context, and finally skills. More specifically, we can see that peer interactions is a very important factor contributing to engagement in physical education, and positive peer interactions promoting engagement, whereas competition and unfairness hindering it. We also can see that the teacher-to-student relationship also play a very important role, and specifically in that supportive teaching can promote engagement. Then we have autonomous motivation is highly connected to engagement, and high positive emotions act as a moderator for motivation. We can also see that certain specific pedagogical models, such as the sport education model, contribute to higher engagement, as well as a class scheduling early in the morning. And we can see that traditional PE curriculum, as well as a poor progression of the PE curriculum from primary to schools is a barrier. And obviously limited access to school resources, material, equipment, and a large class size and a large student-to-teacher ratio acts too as a barrier. Student and social cognitive skills and teacher communication skills contribute in form of capabilities. High teaching skills, tailored instructions, because there are students with different motor skills within the physical education context. And yeah, no motor skills. Thank you for your attention.